Hey, what's up guys? So if you guys remember, on the last time I worked on the Subi, I did some wheel spacers, and Miss Little Thing here called out the owner, say that the car rides like her stroller. Hey, not my words, hers. Excuse you. So the owner decided, I guess ladies, especially babies, gets what they want. So the owner replied back, answered back to her. And he did get coilovers for that baby. I guess he doesn't want his Subi riding like a stroller, so guess what we have today? Some HSD for the Subi. Man, maybe I should start getting you to ask the wife to get me some stuff for the car. Maybe then I might get a lot. Here, get a new car. Baby seems to get what they want, so let me show you what he decided to get for the Subi. Alright guys, so in the box we got some HSD coilovers for the Subi. So what we got here, let me grab the fronts. So look at this, one beautiful looking shock, I tell you. Coilover, I get it right. So what we have here, this is the front. It comes with the pillow ball mount, so you can adjust for camber, as you can see. And the spring rate for the fronts are 9,000 Ks. For the rear, it's 7,000 Ks. It's even printed right here on it, so you don't have to guess and wonder what it is. Also, the preload is already set, so you don't have to adjust the preload. Some people want to. For us, we won't be adjusting the preload. Just let it stay where it is. We don't want it any stiffer. To adjust the height, you just unlock it, turn here, and that will adjust the height. So you don't have to mess with the preload, right? So even if it's on the car, you just unlock it and it can turn, right? You can loosen this up a little bit and then the whole thing will turn, and then you tighten it back. That way you can adjust it without messing with the preload. Because once you start messing with this, the rebound and damping is gonna be a lot harder. Also, it's kind of weird because I've installed a few coilovers before, but I've never had one where to adjust is on the bottom. As you can see, it's on the bottom there. Usually, it's right here. You drop the key in it or whatever, so you can just open the hood and turn it. This one, it's kind of weird because it's under here. Just for more crud and all sort of crap to get up in there. It's kind of weird, but I guess this is how they do it. These guys have been making coilovers and shocks and all that stuff for over 20 years, so they know what they're doing. It's just kind of weird to see it on the bottom there. So this one, you have a lot of height adjustment. Look at that, because it's almost completely at the bottom. That's a good amount of adjustment. You can freaking take this thing as low as you want. Look at that, the shock's coming out the bottom and you still have all the way up here to go. Or you can make that mofo as high as you want. I don't know if you want to go off-roading. I don't freaking know why you want to go that high, but so this is the one for the front. So this one allows you to adjust camber for the front. Now for the rear, also, let me not forget, for the front, it also comes with extra one of these. I guess it's all depending on the model you have. So when you take the one off your car, you see which model you have, because this bracket here, it's a bit different, right? So I guess you would have to see which one of these you need on your car. But it's good that they send this with you, because sometimes you get it and you realize this doesn't fit. You have to send out and wait for another one. This is really good right here. So it makes you, depends which model you have, you can do. You don't have to order an extra set. That's really good. Now, for the rear, much smaller, a lot lighter. But as it says, 7,000 K on it too, right? This one doesn't have the adjustment on top, but I guess for the rear you don't really need, unless you plan on dumping the thing on the ground, which we don't plan on dumping the thing on the ground. Just make it low enough. And if so, you can get control arms and all sort of stuff to adjust camber and toe and all that stuff. Same thing with this one. To adjust the height. And then you use the locking collar to lock it. And preload is also set on these ones too. So you just make sure when you put it on, everything is locked in place. Tighten it up with the keys they give you, which is right here. 2 sets and a ugly ass sticker. I mean, I don't know who's gonna put this shit on their car. Not us. It's gonna go on my wall with all the other stickers. So that's it for the rear, and the adjustment for the rear is on top right here. 16-way adjustable. So what do? You tighten it all the way to the stiffest one first, right? And then you back it off about 4 to 6 or 9, depends on how soft or hard you want it. If you're going to the track, you're gonna make sure it's a lot stiffer. But for road use, you want a bit more comfortable ride, so you won't have it as stiff. But I can't wait to get these on the car, because man, the way it sits right now, the way it rolls around the corner. So that's it for this, and the next time you see these, you'll be going on the car. But before we do that, because we're here in Canada, and this snow will destroy anything over here, this snow and salt. When I had the, what was it, case port on my Infiniti, a few of my shocks leaked. Could we ever get this freaking thing off to change the shock? And I couldn't buy, I'd have to buy a whole set. I couldn't just buy a complete set. We had to heat this thing up like there's no tomorrow to get it out, because it was all corroded from the salt and everything inside. So what we're gonna do with these ones, we're gonna take all this off. We're going to put some marine grease on it, on all the threads, so we won't run into that problem. And what he's thinking about getting is getting the sleeves made to put on it to keep all the crud out of there, because trust me, everyone knows coilovers, you will have a leak sooner or later. And the best thing to do is just take it apart, put a new shock in, put it back on the car. But if you can't get this off, get the locking rings open, you ain't gonna do that. So for us here in Canada, the best way is to make sure you put some marine grease on the threads so you can do this, because man, I had to heat mine to shit. Good thing I sold the car. Just to get it off, and I don't wanna have to do that anymore. But the next time you see these baby, they should be going on the car. And we're gonna go down at least 1 inch to 1.5 inches, all depending. We're gonna make sure it sits right above the tire with just a finger in there. That's how we should be rolling. Now let me give you a shot of what this stuff looks like. Okay, so with those HSD, this car is gonna ride a lot better. It's gonna handle the corners a lot better. Right, baby girl? It's going to, it's just gonna sit. When you go around corners, you can just whip that thing around the corners. Going bubbles again? And, yeah, as I was saying, yeah, we're gonna be able to whip that thing around the corners. And when you go, and now we can actually take the car to the track, because those back shocks, they were gone. So, because when you go through a lump in the road, you would actually hear that thing rubbing. So now we won't be having any of those issues now, because now these are, I guess those are just original shocks, they're a bit worn out. And that car's gonna look damn good when we're done. Right, baby girl? You wanna go for a ride in there? Nah, mommy would murder me if I took you for a ride in that thing. Yeah, don't worry, one of these days we'll go for a ride when you get a lot bigger, okay? And what was that? Oh, okay, it's time for that. Laters.